Assalamu alaikum, ladies and gentlemen, and a very good afternoon to you all. It gives us immense pleasure to welcome you all to the 13th annual Convocation ceremony of the SSC and HSSC batches of 2020. I, Fiza Farooq, will be your host for the ceremony. The vision at Habib Girls School is to prepare young minds for life. We aim to polish their skills which can assist them in their future academic endeavors as well as their career destinations. We formally begin the ceremony with the recitation of the Holy Quran.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وعلم آدم الأسماء كلها ثم عرضهم على الملائكة فقال أنبئوني بأسماء هؤلاء إن كنتم صادقين قالوا سبحانك لا علم لنا إلا ما علمتنا إنك أنت العليم الحكيم صدق الله العظيم. Translation. Then Allah taught Adam the names of these things and presented them to the angels and said, "If you are right, then tell me the names of these things." They said, "Glory to you. We have no knowledge except what you taught us. You, only you, are all-knowing, all-wise."
Social service and giving back to the nation is the focus of all the endeavors of the Habib family, and the provision to quality education is at the core. Very respectfully, I request the chairman of the Habib Education Trust, Mr. Muslim Habib, to share his pearls of wisdom. His long association and inspirational presence at every important stage of the school's development has endeared him to all.
See, girls' education, when the Habib Girls' School was set up, was not taken very seriously. There were a few schools who had all-girls school, but most of them did not, and most people believed that if they could study up to metric, that was it. The question of going up to intermediate or graduation or even postgraduate was unheard of in the 50s, for example. So I think our elders and senior members of the family felt they were the vacuum for the girls' education. And hence, Habib Girls' School came into being. If we can bring out the best in all our girls, and for the future, if they're married or they're not married, they would make a mark for themselves in the world. And this has happened. Because if you look at the alumni of ours, we have produced some excellent, and most of them will immediately say that it was thanks to HGS, Habib Girls' School, that they have managed to get this opportunity.
Ladies and gentlemen, with due respect, I would like to invite the principal of Habib Girls' School, Ms. Farzana Jamal, whose contribution and dedication towards our institution is exceptional. She has always been a great mentor, being empathetic towards the students as well as the faculty. That's what makes her a great leader. May I please invite Ms. Jamal to inspire us with her motivational words.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Respected school leaders, friends, parents, faculty, members of the Habib Education Trust, our distinguished chief guest, Dr. Fawzia Shamim, and my beloved graduates. I have the privilege of welcoming you all to the annual convocation of the Habib Girls' School. This year, 313 students have completed their SSC and HSSC certifications, with approximately 86% of students at both levels securing either an A1 or an A grade. With students already enrolled in leading universities of the city, we could not have been more proud. We at Habib Girls' School believe that quality school management is built on two important factors, namely good professional leadership and an engaging and challenging learning environment for the students. The realization that we are preparing the workforce for tomorrow's dynamic and evolving social structure and job market makes the job even more critical. The school curriculum aims not just for academic success, but creates opportunities for students to explore and develop their innate potentials through the co-curricular programs with emphasis on sports, languages, art and crafts, digital skills, community service, and gradually moves towards a comprehensive meta-curricular program. Learning for empowerment remains integral to the very fabric of the school. I would like to thank two stalwarts of the school who have played a pivotal role in bringing Habib Girls' School to this indomitable position. They are visionaries who held the cause of quality education dear and the school dearer. Ms. Duraya Amir Ali and Ms. Simi Salim, their passion is incomparable, and the students' performance each year is a testament to the sustained processes they had placed in the school. Today, I also have the honor of welcoming a woman of substance, someone who made it through sheer hard work and determination. Dr. Fawzia Shamim is the Dean, Faculty of Liberal Arts and Human Sciences at Ziauddin University. Her journey started with a merit scholarship from the Government of Pakistan and continued with a scholarship by the British Council to study for PhD at the University of Leeds. She has worked at several public and private sector universities in Pakistan and abroad and has multiple publications and research papers to her credit. She has advocated the cause of quality education in the country and specially focused on the constraints that educational institutions have to face in the country. I cannot end here today without the mention of Mr. Ali Suleiman Habib, a valuable member of the Habib Education Trust who left for his heavenly abode a few months back. Habib schools are grateful for the astute leadership and insightful guidance, especially related to opportunities for students. May Allah grant him eternal peace. Dear graduates, I leave you with the following thoughts to ponder over. One is to continue the legacy of the Habibian spirit and go beyond classroom learning. The wholesome, holistic program of the school and the grueling full days have prepared you for any trial that may come your way. In the words of Peter Senge, when young people develop basic leadership and collaborative learning skills, they can be a formidable force for change. The second, is not to demean your individuality by copying and playing catch up. Be the best version of yourself. Because Allah has created everyone with special abilities. Delve down deep and find your true calling. Yes, the journey will determine the destination, so take your choices seriously and create a wholesome experience for yourself. Class of 2020, go forth and conquer the world, and don't forget to stay connected. The gates of Habib Girls School will always be open for you. Thank you.
Now it is time to acknowledge the achievements of our extremely talented students. The SSC batch will now receive their certificates, a symbol of their accomplishment. May I request Ms. Rashida Murtaza, Head Teacher of the Secondary Section, to announce the SSC batch of 2020 and their achievements.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. What feels like the end is often a new beginning. A milestone passed, a goal achieved. That's graduation. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and my dear graduates. Today, with immense pride, I congratulate the class of 2020. All the 121 amazingly diverse Habibians on their graduation. Ladies and gentlemen, despite bringing laurels home in the inter-school and inter-house competitions and performing exceptionally well in curricular and sports activities, the fact that almost half of the batch are active members of the United Nations Association of Pakistan, HSSC chapter. One chosen the vice president while another as the membership chair. This speaks volume of the zeal and commitment shown towards the cause of sustainable development goals by our sensitive and responsible young citizens. Yet another great achievement came from this batch in the form of young entrepreneurs participating in a global entrepreneurship program. They're not only running 2 successful business ideas of their own, but also reaching out to train young girls in setting up their own small-scale business. Our students conducted training sessions at various schools to educate and inspire the youth for the much-needed entrepreneurial pursuits. And to top it all, 87% of the batch has secured either A or A1 grades in the Al Khan University annual examinations, with 4 of our graduates securing 91% overall and 1 even 97% overall. Such are the achievements of this graduating class. This in itself reflects about AGS not only guiding the youth towards academic success, but also providing opportunities to develop the set of holistic skills required for the ever-changing world today. I am gratified that we have lived up to our motto, Education for Empowerment. Thank you. I now announce conferment of the awards to the graduates.
Saliha Abid, Sayyida Laiba Imran, Samra Mustafa, Maheen Naveed, Sabahat Zehra, Javeria Khan, Sara Faisal, Hamna Naeem, Maria Adnan, Javeria Tehseen, Fatma, Asfa Maheen, Aisha Javed, Zahra Aziz Nathani, Paras, Alishba Mohsin, Mushkan Shahid, Kavina, Pizza Fatma, Musfira, Naba, Aisha Kamran, Manahil Mamoon, Zainab Yusuf, अनीशा, अरीबा इफ्तिखार, दुआ राशिद, फिज़ा ज़हरा, मनीषा कुमारी, मनाहिल ज़हरा, महरूसा फ़ातिमा, विशा ज़ाहिद, इंसिया मुश्तबा, निमरा अफ़ज़ल, साहिबा हुसैन, सैयदा समीहा क़ादरी, अस्मा, सोनिया सलमान, अरीबा इकबाल, अम्बरीन खोलिया, बरजा खान, नबीहा आबिद, कुरत फ़ातिमा, वानिया अहमद ख़ान, हौरा ज़हरा, असफ़िया, बतूल मुस्तफ़ा, सिदरतुल मुंतहा, खतीजा लाइबा, फ़ातिमा मंसूर, नूर फ़ातिमा, आयना शकील, कोमल अब्बास, लाइबा गबौल, अरीशा अली नकवी, अरीशा, हिबा अहमद, कुरुतलैन फ़ातिमा, इफ़रा, हूर ज़हरा जाफ़री, रहाब अली खान, लाइबा रहमान, लारैब सोहराब, हानिया जावेद, जवेरिया हनीफ, समा फ़ातिमा, रामीन, सारा एहसान, समीहा सकीना, वनीज़ा रज़ा, अबीहा फ़ातिमा, अलिजबा वीरानी, ईमान एजाज, रमशा, रिजा अली, फरीहा अज़ीज़, महक, क़यामे ज़ैनब, हिरा शाहिद, राहत वाजिद अली, आयशा नासिर, शिज़ा फ़ातिमा, मरीना बतूल, मदीहा खान, ज़ारा एहसान, मिनाल, अबीर अली सोमजी, शीज़ा अज़हर, मलाइका शेख, रिजा फ़ातिमा, यमुना इमरान, मिसबा, ज़हरा कैज़र, सैयदा फ़िज़ा हैदर आब्दी, सैयदा इरज फ़ातिमा, माहम फ़ातिमा, कशफ फ़ातिमा, सैयदा रिमशा, आरफ़ा अली, माहीन ज़हरा, लाइबा अब्दुल जब्बार, ज़हरा फ़ातिमा, मिसबाह खान, दुआ फ़ातिमा आगा, वरीशा नदीम, सकीना मुर्तज़ा, कायनात ताहिर, बरीरा फ़ातिमा, आयशा सज्जाद, सिद्दीक़ा, अस्मा हसनैन किराई, सायरा फ़ातिमा, वर्दा आमिर क़स्मानी, आफ़िया यासीन, लाइबा अशरफ़ी, अमातुल्ला, इज़्ने ज़हरा, आयशा रिज़वान, अरीबा ज़फ़र, आमना बिनते फ़ारूक. Moving on with the ceremony, may I invite Ms. Kiran Kapadia, the head teacher of the higher secondary section, to acknowledge the graduates of HSSC for their hard work throughout the session.
Esteemed Chief Guest, Managing Trustees, respected Principal, esteemed colleagues, proud family and friends, and graduating class of 2019, welcome to you all. Every year for more than 10 years, Habib Girls School students complete this major chapter with many accolades and embark on a new journey. I know that some of you who are watching once graduated on this very premises. The year 2019-2022 had been full of exciting achievements and events. Our students not only outshined academically but also excelled in extracurricular and metacurricular activities. They won many accolades for numerous science and humanitarian projects. Be it inter-school linguistic contests, singing competitions, drama fest or sports on a national level. The awards are indeed the true reflection of the diverse and well-rounded education that is provided here at HSSC. There are tangible excellence and breadth of opportunity in so many areas of wider curriculum, whether it is sports, music, drama, debating, in which every aspect of wider learning our students participate. They always perform exceedingly well and are outstanding ambassadors of the school. I have had an outstanding team of academic and administrative colleagues and volunteers who show unparalleled devotion to Habib Girls School. You are not the person who you were when you came here. Habib Girls School changes you. That is as true for me as I know it is true for you. All of this development in our students' personalities is a collective effort of our faculty, management, family, and peers. Whether tackling personal problems or general problems, we are smarter, stronger, better together. You are about to join a second family, a family of HSSC, alumni family. Graduating class, know that as alumni, you will carry the good name of Habib Girls School wherever you go. Please represent us well.
Ashfaq, Roma Fahim, Simal Sheikh Muhammad Adnan, Elsa Qazi, Shehwar Fatma, Fatma Noor, Hafsa Faizi, Kinza Zehra Naqvi, Fatma Sughra Abbas, Maliha Hassan, Saniye Zehra, Myra, Rida Zehra, Hani Yusuf, Ariba Amir Ali, Hira, Nidda Jivani, Hurulain Khatri, Iman Ali, Hamna Mudassar, Sayyida Mawaddat Zehra, Zarbab Rahman, Yashara Rizwan, Fatma Hasnain, Elia Fatma, Zainab Khan, Ariba Asif, Ikra Nasir Awan, Eman Tehseen, Laiba Ahmad, Habiba Ghauri, Safa Farooq, Sabah Fatma, Rabita Tariq Ghauri, Alinsa Fatma, Shifa Muhammad Yaqub, Ismat Fatma, Aisha Noor, Tahira Riaz, Iman Zehra, Asfiya Bahar, Ariba Feroz, Tuba, Sayyida Sakina Naqvi, Atiya Aslam Khimani, Meher, Sara, Hania, रनीन शाह, जरिश माजिद शेख, फिजा आबिद, हमना शाहिद, ज़ारा फातिमा, मरियम ढेडी, ज़ैनब बिलवानी, इंशा हाशमानी, बिस्मा बरकत अली, इकरा फुरकान अहमद, सीनिया अली, सीमा हशवानी, अरीबा नासिर, इकरा इकबाल, फ़िज़ा रशीद काजी, इल्सा फातिमा, अलीज़ा रहमान, तहरीम गुलाम, हमना मंसूर रफ़ी, ज़ैनब शफ़ीक, वानिया अशरफ, निदा फातिमा, मौज़मा, मनाहिल फातिमा, वरीशा अदनान, अरीबा नईम, मिश्का राव, बनीन फातिमा, सलवा, सुकैना अली मेहदी, ज़ैनब उबैद, अलीज़ा सलमान, हदीसा ज़हरा, हमना रहमत, अलीशा सुहेल, फरवा, नेहा फातिमा, सकीना, मारिया वक्कास, अलीज़ा रजानी, एमन कामरान, फरवा फातिमा, शिफा, सुम्बुल आमना, अनुषा हना, अनुषा चख्ताई, इकरा फातिमा, रुमैसा, माहनूर, महक ज़ैरा, तैयबा, अमीना, तथीर फातिमा, नादिया अहमद खान, निदा फातिमा, उन्जिला शेख, ज़ैनब, इल्हाम इस्माइल सुमरो, इकरा यूनुस, किरण ज़हरा, तूबा रहमान, कायनात मुशीर, समन, रमशा हुसैन खान, महक, हनाना शेख, हिबा खालिद, अरीशा, नूरुस सहर आगा, हानिया, किरण, सारा सजील, मुआज़मा नईम, नूरुल समीन, माहम फारूकी, आमना रज़ी, फरहीन फातिमा, हमना अवैस, नबा जावेद, सैयदा मनाल रिजवी, ज़हरा नूर, महरीन लियाकत, सिमरा इमरान, लाइबा घनियानी, ज़हरा अल्ताफ़, नकिया, समन, ईशा फातिमा, आयशा सुहेल, मीकाल, उम्मे अबीहा, उम्मे हबीबा, दुआए नूर, सलमा वालजी, अमल वसीम मुग़ल, समाना अली, नमीरा सुरानी, दानिया एहसन सुल्तान, मनाहिल फातिमा, मरियम, ज़रमीन, Mahnoor Maqsood, Nayaba Beg, Maryam Rahim, Maimuna, Hajra Lakhani, Tahira Aleem, Batul Amer, Aisha Binte Farooq, Akifa, Waila Moin Ahmad, Anjiya Zulfikar, Abiha Zehra, Fiza, Zoha Suhail, Arisha Munir, Kurutulain, Fehreen, Sayyida Farwa Nadeem Rizvi, Nasiba, Sayyida Fatma Shakib, Safa. Valedictory addresses are truly inspiring and empowering. Dear graduates, as you see one of your fellows pouring her heart out, you can totally relate and connect with her. Let's just take this opportunity to go down the memory lane one last time. On this note, I would like to welcome Saliha Abid, head girl of the graduating batch of the secondary, to deliver the valedictory address.
Here we are all, in caps and gowns, feeling accomplished and overwhelmed by the exuberance this place always emanates. Our second home for more than 12 years, our very own Habib. This moment, right here, feels rather unreal. I take a moment here to extend a warm welcome to our guests, parents, teachers and staff, all of whom have graced us today to mark the beginning of a new journey. It seems as if it was just yesterday when we shared our stationeries and lunches, just yesterday when we peeked into our seniors' books wondering, when will we be old enough to draw atomic structures? Just yesterday, when we sat in the library trying to maintain silence, which was never too silent, by the way. The never-ending canteen lines, bringing trophies home, and of course, screaming Nare Habib after every success. Surely, that wasn't much long ago. And here we are all, together, transformed into better, confident individuals, even better learners, definitely better citizens, and above all, better human beings. The essence of education leads to enlightenment. Just as Habib led us, educated us to an absolute balance of academics, society activities, the Students' Council, national and international student programs, the STEM program, science project weeks, inter-house and inter-school competitions, and who could miss out the best sports activities? With a plethora of opportunities came the plethora of achievements and memories to be cherished for a lifetime. Thank you, Habib. Where we all stand today could not have been possible without the commitment, passion, and hard work of our teachers. Thank you, teachers, for inculcating in us the love of learning itself, for keeping us motivated, guiding us through the odds. You took all the time to explain things over and over again, made adjustments for extra help during the full day break, listened to our complaints and worries every time. You taught us that choices and not abilities define life. A meaningful life indeed. My sincere gratitude to all the teachers. Similar are the sentiments of my counterpart, Nida Javani, the head girl of the higher secondary section.
She puts it into words. The best part is, my journey at Habib continued for 2 more years as I stepped onto the 3rd floor, while many of my peers had their first day at Habib. Here, the pressure on us to work hard increased, and so did the guidance and support of our passionate teachers. And here, we stand together, self-assured of the precipice of our future, formally making one of the most crucial transitions of our lives. Many of us already enrolled in prestigious universities. We have made it together. A heartiest thank you to our principal and head teachers for being our role model and great mentors. For all the time that we spent looking up to idols in magazine covers and television screens, you taught us how to pave our own paths. The absolute significance of taking the road not taken. To my beloved parents, especially, and all the parents here, we owe everything that we've achieved to you. Thank you for understanding that the best inheritance can only be that of education, for which the sacrifices that you've made are countless. You are the reason we strive for success every day. Thank you is a little, too little word for all the support and care you showered us with. Thank you, fellow graduates, for making all the time that I spent at school so dear to me. The Students' Council, my right-hand women, who not only helped me get around every narrow turn, but also helped me polish into a better version of myself. Thank you for being there with me. Dear students, I wish each and every one of you immense contentment and success. Let the Habibian spirit of believing in ourselves and never giving up be our guiding principles forever. In closing, I would like to leave one of my favorite lines from Robert F. Kennedy. And I quote, "Few will have the greatness to bend history itself, but each one of us can change small portions of events, and in the total of all those acts will be written down in the history of this generation." May our paths be always guided by education. May we be guided to what is the best in the best way. Long live Habib. Class of 2019-2020, congratulations and goodbye.
I would now like to call Nida Javani, the head girl of the graduating batch of the higher secondary section, to take the Habibian pledge, so that the graduates for one final time are bound for an eternity by the magical words that make the pledge. It is said that you never forget your roots. You'll always belong to this institution. I would like to request all alumni in the audience and amongst the teachers to stand up for the pledge along with the graduates.
I, as a Habibian, hereby pledge to serve Pakistan honestly and selflessly, to be courageous and to know no fear when truth and right are in peril, to promote equality, justice, and peace. So help me God.
The keynote speaker today is an experienced English language educator and researcher with a demonstrated history of leadership in higher education institutions in Pakistan and abroad, Dr. Fawzia Shamim. She is a strong business development professional with a PhD focused in TESOL from University of Leeds, UK. I would like to invite our esteemed chief guest, Dr. Fawzia Shamim, for her keynote address.
Dear graduating classes, proud parents and teachers, Assalamu alaikum. Congratulations on achieving this milestone in your lives. This graduation marks the end of one phase of your life and the beginning of another very important phase as young adults. Unfortunately, one of the dilemmas in our society and a particular socio-cultural context is that females or girls at a very young age are socialized into thinking that the only career options they have is that of becoming a doctor or an engineer, like yourselves. humanities and social sciences, or even teaching as a profession is considered, well, it's not even an option. But let me tell you, teaching is a 24/7 job, and teachers never cease to be learners. So they're actually on the go all the time. Teachers shape futures. Teachers build nations. So isn't it logical that we need the best of best, people like yourselves, to lead this nation and to become the teachers for preparing the students for tomorrow's world? So do consider that as a choice. I've never regretted being a teacher, and I've always enjoyed not just my profession, but my interaction with the students. So do consider that. Let's stand back and look at some other career options for you. But before we do that, we need to find out what is it that employers in the 21st century value in their employees. Because unless we know that, we will not know what you require to succeed in this world and in your future. It's definitely not disciplinary knowledge, because disciplinary knowledge gets outdated even before you get a chance to read everything. And that's become more obvious recently in the wake of COVID-19. Before one research finding comes up, there's another one that either refutes it or that adds to it, but knowledge grows that fast. So what is it that then you need? More than knowledge. So knowledge, of course, is there, but more than knowledge. What you need are digital and analytical skills. You have information at the click of your finger. Google Gin, as I like to call Google. You say you want something, you type in the word, and even before you have, before a split second, Google Gin brings you tons and tons and tons of information. And what do you do with that information? Well, you need the skills to be able to read it, browse through it, read it, identify what's important for you, analyze it, and then use it. So all those skills are required, along with being a critical thinker, a problem solver, a self-directed learner, and employees also value the skills of working collaboratively with teams, because we cannot in this modern world work in silos. We have to work together. And as you can see, once again, in the wake of COVID-19, that national boundaries have been blurred. You can work from any location as long as you know how to collaborate and how to work with teams. So that's a very important skill that needs to be developed. So how can you develop those? Follow their inclinations, to study what they like to do, and then support them to carve out their own futures. Many a times I've heard many students say, my mother wanted me to be a doctor. My father wanted me to be a doctor. And when they can't get admission in a medical college and they come and join a social sciences program, they feel almost like failures. People who have been rejected. They feel guilty that they have not been able to do what their parents wanted them to do. And I think that's not something, that feeling of guilt is not something good for a young person to carry with them. Finally, graduating students, I want to leave you with a message. Please dare to dream and make the sky your limit. Once you've done that, like Martin Luther King, the example I gave you before, then you say, okay, how am I going to achieve that? What are the ways and means? What are the pathways? What are the study programs? Look around, explore, and make your dream into a reality. Good luck.
Over the years, the accomplishments of Habib Girls' School have been possible due to the dynamic leadership team of the school, and also due to the continuous support by the Habib Education Trust. All stakeholders take pride in this teamwork and hope to carry on this journey of enlightenment and empowerment in the years ahead. I now invite the Managing Trustee of the Habib Education Trust, Mr. Kumail Habib, to address this gathering.
Assalamu alaikum. On behalf of the Habib Girls' School's trustees, I would like to begin this speech with my expression of deep gratitude. First, to our chief guest, Dr. Fawzia Shamim. Thank you for taking time out from your busy schedule and honoring us with your presence and imparting your words of wisdom to our graduating students. Thank you, Ms. Shameen. To our Board of Trustees, thank you for your undying support and determination, not only to keep this institution flourishing, but also to continue in its progress, evolution, and striving towards great potential. I would also like to acknowledge the loss of our dear fellow trustee, Mr. Ali Habib, in April of this year. He was a true force of life behind this institution. His absence is felt truly every day, but we trust his legacy will continue living on for many years to come. To the parents of our dear students, thank you for entrusting us with your children and for supporting them throughout their academic journey. We are hopeful that your trust in this school has been justified, and then you can feel as proud as we do on this landmark occasion. To the principal and faculty, thank you for your tenacity, dedication, and love. You are the torchbearers of this institution. Thank you for supporting our students throughout the highs and lows of this unusually testing school year. Your relentless efforts to push our students to do their best have paid off yet once again. And to you, our brilliant students, thank you for putting your minds and souls into your education, the most profound and vital tool to make a change-making presence in this world. It is an honor to witness and be part of your achievements. We know this past year has brought its many challenges, but we are so proud of the ways in which you have adapted and persevered through it all. I am certain that this experience has made us all stronger and more resilient, and has embedded in our hearts an invaluable lesson to never take any opportunity for granted. At HGS, through a holistic approach to education, we try our best to cultivate good human beings who are well-rounded, inquisitive, empathetic, creative, and bring true roshni to our nation and to the world. While we are a center of excellence in Pakistan, we make sure to create a culture that embodies humility and balance. Students, we hope you can move forward in remembrance of these values. Always remember that you have been privileged and blessed to be part of one of the highest esteemed institutions of the nation. You will always be Habibians, and it is your duty now to move forward as fine ambassadors of HGS and citizens of the world, to use your strengths to make this world a better place. I wish you all the success in your path, inshallah. Finally, I would like to leave you with a quote by the former Secretary General of the United Nations, Mr. Kofi Annan. Knowledge is power, information is liberating, education is the premise of progress in every society, in every family. Stay connected, stay safe, stay blessed. Pakistan Zindabad. Thank you.
Here at Habib, we value our intellectual and interpersonal skills equally and nurture it with the perfect blend of traditional as well as contemporary ways for the comprehensive development of our students. We try our best to prepare young minds for the unforeseeable world where they can face even the most daunting situations with complete resilience. It's time for you to chase your dreams and test your wings. You have been a precious part of Habib, and your contributions will always be acknowledged. Throw your hats high towards the sky, for the horizon is just the beginning of your limit. Habib Girls School was honored to be your host for this incredible event. We are deeply thankful to you for gracing today's event with your presence. Allah Hafiz.